This is Adolf Hitler continuing. So I was in my bed, having the covers around me. But a fascinating thing occurred again. When I looked inside me, I might have had a fright for a moment, but I was not scared. I had no fear. When I realized this, I looked inside me, and I experienced this white, light blue resonating essence from within me. And I looked, and everywhere there was just a white resonating life essence. Oh, and the colors, of course, of pink and purple and orange and green, and it was beautiful. And that's the same that I saw everywhere else, but not in people. And I realized that this I am inside me is not able to get hurt, is not fearful, is always safe, is always protected. Nothing can hurt me. I realized at 7 years old, I realized that. Physically, maybe, yes. But in terms of who I am, impossible. So I stood up again after running to my bed. And I walked down again. My mother, shocked, and asked me, of course, what happened? I said, no, it's nothing, it's okay. And then I started observing my mother. I started looking more intently into her eyes, like the way I looked at her previously when I saw that darkness moving inside her. In that look, it's as though I have the ability to see straight through the being, right into the center of the being, right into the core of the being. When I looked again, I saw that life essence in me, in her, but suppressed, locked in, way at the back somewhere. And in front was this darkness that consumed her entire physical body. And I wondered, what does this mean? What is this? I don't understand. I looked again. I continuously looked at her, looked in her eyes, trying to find the source of this darkness. I couldn't. Until one day, a few days after that, I had angered my mother. I was standing before her, and I looked up at her, and this beast came up from inside her, from within her solar plexus. It started rising. The more she got angry, I just started rising, and rising, and rising, and rising, until it was standing inside my mother, as my mother, consuming her, taking her over completely. His eyes was right here, that red resonating essence I saw inside the blackness previously became its eyes, yellow and red, staring at me, coming up, and my mother's face even completely became distorted. It's as though it started melting away, and for a moment I could only see this creature, this monster, standing over me. But I'm hearing my mother's words, I'm hearing my mother's voice. But that which is rising up inside her from the anger that is not my mother. And I said an interesting thing. I said, you are not my mother. You who speak to me. I see you. Now, of course, my mother was not aware of what I was saying. My mother was not aware of what I was seeing. And she just became more angry, and the more angry she became, the more that demon creature inside her stood up. At that time, I didn't know they were referred to as demons. I could only refer to them as monsters and creatures, so that's what I will refer to them for now. When it comes to the demon part, I will refer to them as demons from there. And the reason why I angered her is, she said that she loved me. She said, I love you. But when I looked in her eyes and she spoke the word, I love you, it was empty. It was meaningless. It's as though she had spoken the word just to say the word, because she had to say the word, because she's a mother and she has a son, and she has to say, I love you. It was dark, the words, I love you. It was actually filled with sadness. It was actually filled with hatred and anger. I love you. As though I'd been a cause in her life because of an effect of a broken marriage, ruining her life of being young, of remaining young, having to becoming old, taking responsibility for a child that was not expected. And after so much pain and remorse of trying to have children, I was sickly as well, very sickly. I was very ill most of the time. But when my mother spoke those words, I told her, you don't love me. You don't know what love is. How can you know what love is when you speak from such darkness and from such emptiness, from nothingness inside you? Love means nothing to you. And that's when she got angry, and that's when that creature came in, and I realized that it is that creature that was saying the word, I love you. Abusing the exceptional nature of the expression of words. This is Adolf Hitler. I'll continue in my part 4 section.